How you going?
G'day, hiya.
So today we're going to do an Aussie beer review. There's been a lot of beers out on the market recently, as you all probably already know. We just want to try them out. We just want to see what they're all about. You know, obviously, we've got the iconic VB. You know, they've come out with a Furphy crisp lager. We have a Byron Bay Brewery, Southern End Brewing Co. and Bluey Crisp Lager. So
I haven't even heard of those
Yeah,
last two. So
yeah.
I'm excited to try them and see what they go like.
Yeah, like to be honest, I've seen them in the shops like recently, and I'm like, there's so many new beers out on the market now. I just wouldn't know which one to grab. Or obviously for me, I love VB. I think it's a great taste, and it's always my go-to. So I'm just kind of interested to see what these other beers are all about. So
Yeah, let's
what do you reckon we try them out?
let's dig in.
Yeah.
So which
Alright.
one's first?
So we'll start off with Bluey Ultra Crisp Lager.
Yeah.
So this one here is an Australian-made crisp lager, and it's a 3.5% alcohol ABV. So let's see what this one's all about.
And with the Bluey, like normally with the lager, I do like a good lager as well. So it'd be interesting to see how it compares to some of the others.
Exactly, and that's like what I was about to say as well. Like for me, my go-to is a lager. Like I know there's a lot of beers out there. You can get your ales, like all the different types of beers. But lagers for me is what I like to drink. So let's give it a shot.
Cool.
Cheers.
Cheers, buddy.
It's not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad. Yeah, it's so. Yeah, what are you gonna
I was
say?
gonna say it's light. Like
Yeah, it's nice. It's smooth. Yeah,
It's got a bit of a kick to it towards the end. Like it feels a bit
it's
heavier.
got a bit of a bite. Yeah,
Heavier right towards the end.
but like initially when you sip it, it's smooth. And it is what it says. It's crisp. Before we continue, I forgot to mention we've actually made a few categories. I know you can't see it from there. The writing's quite small, but I'll go through what they are. Pretty much, we're going to rate all these beers that we're trying, and we have a rating system, and I'll go through what they are. The top one being Godlike Liquid Gold. If it was my last day on earth, this is what I'd drink. Second one down, yeah, that's fucking alright. Would def buy this again. Third one, good beer, mate. Just a straight out good beer. Fourth one, not the best, nothing to tell Morello's about. And the bottom one, for the tip, basically just for the tip. So back to the Bluey. Let's give it another taste.
So it's definitely a good beer.
Yeah.
I don't know. For me, I wouldn't go running out of my way to go and get it again.
Yeah.
It's a good beer, mate. But that's the way I put. That's where I put
I'd
this
say
in
it's a good beer, mate, as well. Like, I'll give it another taste. It's good. Like, I'll just say it's a good beer. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that would go in that category there. It's crisp. It probably won't go out of my way to buy it again, but I could say it's a straight out good beer. Yeah.
It's one of those ones where I reckon you sort of
On the beach.
Yeah, if you're on the beach, it's a bit light. It's sort of it'd be good for summer on a really hot day.
Yeah.
It's got a bit of a back end to it. But yeah, it's a good beer, mate.
Yeah, no, it's a good one. Alright, we'll chuck that in there.
Cool. So what do we got next?
Louis.
Southern End Brewing Co. Lager, smooth as 4.2%. So it's a bit bigger than a bit heavier than the other one in terms of alcohol content. This one for those who are pregnant, no good. So it can cause harm to those. Restrained bitterness and perfect balance. Southern End, smoothest lager is brewed in Victoria for those seeking effortless refreshment and sublime drinkability. Points for being brewed in Victoria. Let's give it a crack.
So this one here, it looks a lot lighter in colour compared to the others. I don't know what that means, but I think being 4.2% ABV, maybe that's the reason, but it just looks particularly lighter than the others. But
especially with the champagne colours.
Yeah, it looks like a nice beer. To be honest, like if I saw this in the shops when I bought it, and I was like, looks interesting. Like I don't know, it just looks pretty inviting.
Yeah, the packaging.
I like the logo. It looks awesome.
Yeah, it looks like it's Australia's coat of arms with a couple of thongs on there and a few other things.
Yeah, so this is a Victorian beer, so you know these are all Aussie beers, all Australian made. So what do you reckon? We'll give it a shot.
Let's give it a go. Interesting.
Yeah,
it's
very interesting.
I wasn't expecting that sort of taste. It's a bit fruity.
It's definitely different to the Bluey. Yeah, I've got some fruit notes in this one.
Yeah, so this one's got a little bit more fruit to it. It's it's not too bad.
Like the Bluey, like I'm comparing it to the last one we had. The Bluey was like a real beer taste. You know what I mean? Like,
whereas this has got like
it's got some fruity notes to it. It's got a bit more depth.
It's like heading towards a seltzer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So look, I think if I had to choose between that and the Bluey, you know, obviously Bluey, I'd probably take Bluey in preference of Southern End.
Exactly. Yeah. And like that's just goes to personal preference. Like at the end of the day, we're going by what we love and what we enjoy, and what I enjoy and what Lee enjoys is a good beer taste, like, you know, like your VBs or
your Carlton on tap.
Yeah, we don't like the fruity shit, and I know it's very popular out there and everyone loves it, but when it comes down to it, we just love that beer, that proper beer taste. So, like, the Bluey is great, but this is good for the people that want to try and enjoy those fruity notes. I'd probably recommend this one. It's at a good price point as well, and you know, being a 4.2, I reckon this is easily a session beer. You can session this easily.
And from a price perspective, like I don't know if you know Nick, but you know, if you're a young bloke, you know, sort of getting into it, it's got a bit of a white, like it feels like a heavy white wine when I drink it.
Yeah.
You know, so if you're a young bloke that's getting out there that likes something a bit, you know, more of a modern age bloke, you know, this would be a great beer to get onto the sesh, you know, to have a sesh with.
For sure. Yeah.
You know, and you have it for your pre-drinks before you head on out. So
yeah, 100%.
Mate, cracker for me.
Yeah, I'd give it. Yeah, well, where are we gonna rate this? I reckon
from a rating for me.
It's fucking alright.
I don't know. I'd probably just go, good beer, mate. Like that for me.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. That's what I'm sort of thinking. I wouldn't buy it again. But it's
not the best. Nothing to tell your eyes about. It's between good beer, mate, and not the best. I don't know. Let me give it another go.
Yeah, good beer, mate.
Yeah. I'd say it's a good beer, mate. Yeah. So, what's that? Southern. So we'll give that a good beer.
Cool. Byron Bay.
Alright, so, I'm a bit slow on finishing these actually. I'll just empty this out one sec.
You're going to cut, yeah?
Alright, so next one here we have Byron Bay Brewery. Alright, so where do we start with this one?
Cool. So premium logo. I like the logo is really nice. So yeah. Modern logo there. I don't know if you can see it. We'll put it on.
I've actually heard a lot about this beer, to be honest. I don't know about you, Lee, but I've heard a lot of people talking about this beer in particular, and I'm glad that we have it here to try it out because it's a beer that I've been wanting to try for a long time. Yeah, the logo is awesome. It's got like so they got their BBB, Byron Bay Brewery, blue sort of logo with a palm tree on top.
Very clean.
Very clean, very, you know, summer vibes sort of feel.
Good sized bottle.
Yeah.
And big props to all these, you know, today being twist tops as well, not pop tops.
Yeah, that's another thing. So we opened this up previously, they're all twist tops, which is easy. But yeah, like I said, a beer that I've been wanting to try for ages, so I reckon we'll just dig in and
beautiful, man.
See what it's all about. It's
not bad.
It's nice.
Yeah, it's nice. It goes down smooth. It's not. It's got a little bit of fruit to it, but not too much. Like I think the Southern End had a little bit more fruity to it.
Yeah.
Whereas the Bluey was a little bit blander in that sense.
Yeah.
This one
I like this one. I really like it.
It's a bit, like sitting on the beach having a drink. This one would be a good one.
Yeah, for sure.
It reminds me of like, be sitting there at the cricket all day. You could just be sipping on this all day.
Oh mate, this is easy.
This is definitely a test match.
Easy session beer. Like I could literally see myself in Byron Bay smashing this and enjoying it at a pub or on the beach, like Lee said.
40-degree day.
Yeah, and it's really refreshing. And no bad aftertaste. No, I don't get much bitterness either. It's just a really good smooth beer. I really like that one. That's a really good one. I'd say that's fucking alright. I would definitely buy that again.
I'd agree. I'd agree on that one. Cool.
Anything else you want to add about that one, or nah?
I'm pretty good, man. I'm just enjoying it. It's pretty good.
It's a really good one. Yeah.
I wasn't expecting it. So.
Yeah, I was actually I was so keen to try it because so many people are telling me about it, and I'm like, me being like, I always just go to the VB, I just buy them, and that's the reason why I wanted to do this review today was to just try these out and see what they're all about. But this one's a really nice beer. It's a 4.2%. Byron Bay. Yeah, cool. It's a good one. Anyway, we'll finish this and we'll get on to the next one. So I have to cut this.
It's actually not bad.
Yeah, it's a really nice beer.
You alright? What happened? Went down the wrong way.
Yeah, man.
Wrong way.
The beer is up to here, bro. Sorry, we can cut that.
Yeah. Fuck, I don't know how I'm going to drive home.
Looks like Harley's driving.
No way.
So you guys can stick around till late, we've got dessert and everything.
Won't be able to drink much else after this.
Alright, so.
Let me kick this one off.
Alright, so just to give everyone a recap on what we've done so far. We've done Byron Bay Brewery, which we voted. It was a that's fucking alright. We'll definitely buy that again. That was a massive tick, that one. That was just a great beer. In the summer, you're on the beach, in Byron Bay at a pub. Smooth, great beer.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting much from it, but normally a lot of these hyped up beers that people talk about, I know a lot of people talk about Great Northern. For me, it tastes like rat piss.
Yeah,
that's definitely that's shit.
Well, I didn't want to include that because I've tasted it before. I'm like, obviously, it's not a new beer anyway. This is a new Aussie beer review, so
VB definitely being on the new scale.
Yeah, well, I wanted to compare the new ones to the VB, the iconic VB. So like I said, the Byron Bay was awesome, and then we had the Southern End Brewing Lager, which we voted that it was good beer, mate. It's just a good beer. There's not much to it. It's more fruity notes than that one. The Bluey, that's a crisp lager, and it's more of a beer sort of taste, like that proper beer lager sort of taste. So we gave that a good beer, mate, as well. So, we're not being tough critics here. We're giving it, a realistic, honest vote here. So,
and we've come in with an open mind
and personal preference as well. Yeah, open mind. All right,
cool, perfect.
All right, so here we have the Furphy crisp lager. So as you all would know already, Furphy brought out, it's a refreshing ale, I think it's called. Mm-hmm. So there's a couple of blokes from Geelong. They started their own beer business.
What a great story that is.
Yeah, perfect, mate. Best Australian story Like, it's just great. I love hearing stories like that. It's something that I would freaking love to do myself. But good on them. You know, they brought out Furphy, it kicked off really well, and look at them now. They're just killing it. They've been, their ale was a big hit, and now they've brought out the crisp lager. So I've tried their Furphy ale. I'm not a big fan of it because I don't like ales, so that's just my preference. Have you tried the ale one?
Yeah, I have. I've tried it. Look, I didn't think much of it because, again, like you know, I'm not really an ale man.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
You know, trying this as a lager now, you know, I've heard this one's.
It'd be
quite
interesting to try. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so let's give it a crack.
I reckon we try it out. Yeah, because you know, knowing that they did really well with the ale, I'm thinking that this one will be pretty decent. So we'll see what it's all about.
Right.
So, cheers, man.
Cheers. So first thing before drinking, I mean, the colour, that's what a beer should look like. Yeah, colour, this is perfect.
That's a
The
proper
right head.
Yeah, and good head too. Exactly. Yeah.
Actually not bad.
I can see how it's a Furphy. I can pick up that Furphy taste.
Yeah. It's a lot of it's got that heaviness like an ale does.
Yeah.
It's
heavy.
You know, but it doesn't have that back end that you know you normally get when you do get an ale.
Look, when you taste it, you're like, it's pretty complex. Like it's a good beer. Like you said, yeah, good head on it, on the pour, good colour. It's not bad. Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah.
It's something that I would maybe buy it again. I don't know. What do you reckon?
Look, for me, it's not really my sort of style.
Yeah, it's not my style either.
It's like it's a good beer. Like I can see why people would like it, but for me, it's just not me.
Yeah, 100%. And I think for the right person, they could freaking love this beer. But for me, my personal preference, yeah, I don't think it's for me.
Yeah, not for me. Look, I'm going to put it down as just good beer, mate, rather than not the best, because you know it's good beer, but it's not, you know.
Yeah, well, I definitely think it's
right.
better than like Bluey, for example.
Yeah, I do like it a little bit more than Bluey, but I don't like it as much as a Byron Bay.
No.
So it's sort of somewhere.
For me, the Byron Bay is like the top one at this stage. That was that's fucking alright. Would definitely buy that again. So that's the Byron Bay. This one here, I don't know. I think I'm gonna say nothing, not the best, nothing to tell our eyes about.
Okay.
Would you agree? Like, where would you situate this?
Look, I'll put it as good beer because it's like it's okay, but it's not like
It's on the border. Like, look.
Yeah, it's not. You're right. It's not.
Yeah.
You wouldn't go out of your way to then tell the rellos about it. You'd be like, if someone had it there and they'd ask you wouldn't say no.
Like I said before, like it's one of those beers where it's fantastic for the right person, like for their preference. And if they like this, like the fruity notes, and like, you know, they get that Furphy hit that tastes like with a refreshing ale, has a similar taste to this. Like for me, the Furphy taste is something that I don't really enjoy. So I maybe put it as good beer because in reality it's a good beer.
Somewhere in the middle.
Yeah. Alright, we'll put it as good beer, mate.
Cool.
So that's the Furphy.
I'll cut. I'm going to take this because otherwise I'm not going to drive home. There's no way I'm robbing it off.
Yeah. Alright. Do you know a company goes? Alright, so
as we get to the end of today, you know, Nick and I, growing up, you know, this was the drink. You know, I don't know about you, Nick, but I do know about you because we've known each other since fucking birth. But look, I know growing up as a kid, my old man always had VBs lying around. I'm pretty sure this was the first beer I nicked as a 12-year-old off from my fridge and drank it at home before getting caught drinking and whatnot. For me, this is my go-to. People that know me know that this is what I love. Obviously, Nick.
Yeah, just to add on what Lee said, like basically VB is the beer for me. Like it's an iconic Australian beer. Like Lee said, it's got a lot of. It holds a lot of value, in my heart. Like as in growing up with VB around. My uncle, growing up with my uncle, loving VB, drinking it with him as a teenager. And not only there's a whole like special memories, like I just love the taste of VB. Like I don't know about you, but
yeah, and the taste as well. Like when I went through a phase where it was okay, and then as I got older, I started to appreciate it more. And I don't know about you, but I'm definitely a Stubbies man over tinnies. I know that's debatable for a lot of people, but I love it out of the stubby. Yeah. But it'll be really interesting to see now that we've tried these, going back to this and seeing how this tastes.
100%, and that's what the whole point of this review today was for. Like, we've reviewed all these new Aussie beers, right? These are all Australian-made beers, and now we've left the VB till last, and we want to see how it compares to the rest of them. So, Lee, anyway, let's.
Before I pour it out, I really wish the stubbies were a little bit larger in the furphy size. Yeah. Just to give us that little bit more VB per.
So is it actually less content or?
Well, I think this is 220ml, 330. So this is 375. And this is 375. So it's the same.
Oh, so that's 355. So you'd think that'd be less, like more.
There you go.
But because it's quite a wider bottle.
Bottle.
But like we said, like VB's been around forever. We're growing up fucking loving this beer. Like it's just been one of those beers that it's always been there, in the good, the bad times.
Definitely many ugly.
Yeah, it's just a great beer. It's a good all round beer, and it's a beer that I'll always buy, and I'll always enjoy. So let's give it a shot and compare it to the rest of these beers that we've had today. And we'll see what we come up with. Jesus. That's just great. That's just great.
Nothing needs to be said.
Jesus.
It's definitely the best beer on the market. There's no two ways about it.
Oh, mate, like, it's just a good beer. Like, it's
godlike.
This has got to be godlike.
This is godlike.
This is liquid gold, mate. And if it was my last day on earth, this is what I'll drink.
100%. And you look at, it's funny. Like I've just had all these others, and coming out to this, it's just so different. I think one thing that back in the day when VB was invented, and thank God they went back to the original formula rather than the new formula from a few years ago. Yeah. I think actually, how I said I went through a phase where I didn't love VB. That's probably when they changed the formula.
Same, but when they went back, I started to love it again.
It made me remember what I loved and
how it was back in the day. Yeah,
like the colours. It's obviously a dark colour, which is fantastic. It's it's not too heavy, but it's the right amount.
It's refreshing. It's sort of like it's a heavy beer. Obviously, it's 4.9%, but it feels like a light beer. Like it goes down so smoothly. Like you could have so many of these, and like it's not like a heavy beer. I don't know. It's just a really smooth, easy beer to drink. And like not only that, I think the branding as well. Like they've kept it original. You know what I mean? Like if you see all these other beers, like you got your Furphy, you got your Byron Bay, you got your Southern Brewery Co. They all look the fucking same. They're all fucking blue, similar logos. This is iconic. It's stands out from the pack. Yeah. Anything else you want to say about VB? Because
mate,
we could sit here all day talking about VB. I reckon.
So this is one of those ones where it does all the talking for it. You don't need to talk about fruity notes or anything. It's just clean, crisp. I like it. So it's down as godlike.
And also another thing to say about VB, it's either a beer that you love or you hate. Because there's a lot of people out there they'll look at VB and they'll say, "Oh, no fucking way, that's disgusting." And I go, it comes down to personal preference, you know. But I'll be on the other scale and I'll say that I love it, and it's a beer that holds a special place in my heart, and not only that, it's got a great flavour, I think, and there's a reason why it's been around for a long time. It's because it's a bloody good beer.
So take away the memories. Just taste-wise today, this is definitely the best.
Yeah. So I'd say I'd put VB's godlike liquid gold. If it was my last day on earth, this is what I'd drink. Would you agree?
100%, without a doubt.
Yeah. Well, cheers to VB.
Cheers, mate. So that's the end of our review today, guys. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah.
We'll definitely be on.
Stay tuned for next time. Yeah, we might do like a European beers or something, or Japanese beers. But we'll be back. Yeah. Take care, guys.
Cool.
This is so great.